Hello, business partner.
Hello, business partner.
We're here to read Smut with the boys.
Anyway, I'm Mandy.
And I am Emma.
And we're going to we read a book.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? We're going to read a book.
We're literate.
Every 2 weeks.
Yes.
They're usually going to be in the romance genre.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yes. That needs to be read.
Think of like Fabio on the front cover. We're reading like the no section.
We're reading like the cartoon covers and the scary skull books, the dark romances, the hockey romances, the not so nice guys.
So this is our first episode. We're gonna be a little awkward because we're figuring it out.
Yes.
But this is our first episode.
Probably brought to you by beer.
Not
specifying what beer. The Bury St. Edmunds cup beer.
We will be drinking beer every episode.
Yes.
And then we'll just be talking about the book. And when we read this book, we read it at the same time, but we don't talk about it till now.
It was very hard. It was very, very hard.
So
to do that
we haven't discussed this book at all other than like looking at each other like we hate it.
Should we start?
Yeah. So I guess we could start. But anyway.
So what the title of this book was called Not So Nice Guy by R.S. Gray.
By R.S. Gray.
And what drew us to this book, Mandy?
Well, that's more of a you question.
What drew me to this book? Thank you for asking. It was a great question.
The book.
I picked up this book at Barnes & Noble and I flipped the back to read, I flipped it over to read the back.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can.
We should read the back.
We're going to read the back of this book because it's crazy. I'm pulling an Amy Poehler and I have my computer. What is this book called? I already forgot.
Not So Nice Guy.
Not So Nice Guy. Actually, pretty fucking nice guy.
Not so nice guy or pretty fucking nice guy. And if anyone wants to read along, if we have any viewers out there.
Yes, and this is a spoiler a spoiler chock full of spoilers.
Yes.
So we are not holding back on any of the books we read.
No,
so if you haven't read this book,
we will announce the book that we will be reading next at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So
and if you haven't read
weeks.
this book, you count yourself lucky. Okay, so what drew me to this book was the back, the summary, and I'm not gonna read the whole thing because that's insane. I'll just read this little synopsis because it's really funny. It says, "Oh my God, who is that? I get asked this question a lot. Oh, him?" I reply. That's just Ian.
That's just Ian.
Just Ian is the biggest understatement of the century. Just the Mona Lisa. Just the Taj Mahal. Just Ian with his boring old washboard abs and dime a dozen dimpled smile. Just Ian is just my best friend.
Not so Mr. Nice Guy, is he?
So yeah, that was the summary. And I laughed and I showed it to Mandy and she laughed and then we walked away from the book thinking we were never going to read it. And here we are.
We're going to read it.
And
we already read it.
We already read it.
Surprise.
Good Lord.
So if you want to read this, pause and come back.
Or save yourself the time.
Or save yourself and just listen to us. Here's our elevator pitch.
I just realized how crazy we probably sound.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Mandy and Emma are on a mission to tackle one rom-com book at a time, bringing you hilarious, unapologetic takes that'll make you laugh, cringe, and maybe even blush. They read the books separately, then come together to clown the clichés, swoon over the sweet moments, and celebrate all things rom-com. Perfect for anyone who loves a good love story or just loves to make fun of them.
That was really, really good.
Tune in, join the fun, and remember, you don't have to read alone or even at all. Okay.
Even at all?
Even at all?
Even at all?
So if you're interested in that and that sparks your fancy.
If that sparks
if
your
that
fancy.
goons your moonbeam.
No. If that goons your moonbeam.
Then follow along.
Then enjoy.
Okay. So let's just start.
I kind of wanted to ask you first because there was a lot that we did not like about this book. So I thought it would be easiest to be like, hey, what was your favorite part of the book?
Oh, So did you have yours down?
Yes, it's a line. It's a single line, and it made me laugh so hard. I couldn't stop laughing.
Guess what the line is.
I would love for you to try to guess what the line was, because it was so.
I can't like recite it, but I think I could guess.
I would love to hear you try.
Was it the part where it was like Zuzi Zuzi?
I did write that down. It was no, because I quoted that and I said us.
Is this
the Zaza Hotel? No, it wasn't that part.
Okay.
I loved that part. There were actually a few things that I did think was funny, only in context to what we're doing.
Yes.
But there was a line that made me laugh, and I'm gonna read it out loud because it was so funny. And it was, "He's the horse and I'm the jockey."
I do remember that line.
Yeah,
because I was thinking of chicken jockey.
I was thinking of him like getting on all fours and her on his back, like riding him like a horse.
No, that's a good part.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
Yeah. I know, it's a toughie.
Wow, there's so much to love.
So much to
This is the best part of the whole book.
Yeah.
Is just really the first moment.
Yeah.
You get in there.
Yeah.
And not only is she having a sex dream, it's it's in the army.
It is in the army. Yeah,
She's
so the book opens up and they're having a
war.
sex dream.
In the middle of war.
Yes. There was something that there was a line in the sex dream where Ian, the not so nice guy best friend, says in the dream, "This is a war zone. We can be as loud as we want.
Machine guns fire outside."
Yes. That's the had me part. Like, this is a strong start. This is a very, very strong start.
No, literally, like this is a war zone. There's
and then
machine guns firing everywhere. We can scream.
Yes.
And the night away.
Yes. I also liked the explosions rumble in the sky and I'm in my pants. I'm sweating. Ian started out wearing camo fatigues, but I ripped them off with my teeth. That's crazy. Another image of her like on all fours ripping pants off like a wild dog.
And then also the best part is they have sex to block the door from the bad guy.
Yes. And it was either that or they used like sex toys. Yes. It was like a whip or like what? Stiletto boots.
It was something like that. And then like they're like against the door as the enemies are trying to invade.
Yes.
And she loved it. And then it just really made me realize we picked the best book for episode 1.
Wow, yeah, we definitely picked a book.
But then I realized maybe that was the peak of our pick.
It honestly might have been because I didn't.
Our peak was the first 3 pages.
But I think also like I was so nervous when I picked up this book because I didn't know they were teachers. I thought they were going to be high school kids.
I did too.
And I was like, this girl's having a sex dream in the army and she's like 16.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I read that she was like 27 that I was like, oh, this makes it a little better.
Yeah, it was confusing
because it was like I rode my bike to school and Ian calls me and he leaves snacks at my
and it's like a perfect setup for a teenage girl.
Yeah, it really did feel like it was gonna be about a teenage girl and I was so nervous because I was like, I don't want to read about that, low-key, no offense. I also liked that this was the second book that I've read in the last like 2 months where our main girl has a crush on Alan Alda, and I just want to shout out Alan Alda. Hottie.
Shout him out.
Thank you and good night.
Hottie. And I wrote my impressions of each character.
Yeah. Do you want to read them?
Do you want me to tackle their impressions?
I want you to give me a synopsis of your impressions of the character.
Well, it wasn't a synopsis. I just wrote bullet points of little things that like were in the first couple 30 pages. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So I could just read them out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have more on Ian, so I'll just do Sam. Sam's kind of boring.
Sam's wild.
She's wild, but like
she's same as our main girl character. Ian is the boy best friend, the not so nice guy. Just to clarify, they are both high school teachers.
Yeah.
Ian,
it was a little bit Abbott Elementary.
It was once you said
vile.
Yeah, once you said Abbott Elementary, my brain like kind of let it happen. But before you said, like, I was picturing, like, you know, it was like giving Abbott Elementary. I was like not having a good time with the book. And then you said that and it made it like slightly better. Especially with the height differences, because I was having such a hard time because they kept painting this girl out to be so tiny, delicate girl with wild red hair, like a little like.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that actually is perfect. So my impression of her was that, yeah, she was tiny little girl with her tiny little hands. She's horny a lot. And she was like, I'm so horned up. That's why all my dreams are so filthy, because I have nowhere to release this energy. And I was like, oh,
good Lord.
And then
little Spitfire.
Another thing about her, I didn't know her name until she finally got a text from, I think it was at school when she got a text from Ian. I didn't know her name until then.
Is that true? I feel like you're right.
I was like, I don't know her name.
They do have her name in
like the chapter.
Yeah.
They have her, like, that's the only, like, they at least like have, it's POV chapters.
It is switching POV chapters.
POVs, which is not my favorite.
That's not my favorite either. It has to be good.
It has to be good. And
it has to be not.
But in this context, I think I would have lost my mind if I was only
her.
Her the whole time.
I kind of agree.
Because
yeah.
Anyway, my favorite detail about her was she was a tiny girl that could fit in baby Gap.
That's crazy.
That's what she said.
But honestly, I think I highlighted that and I'm like, damn, that's the life.
I mean, yeah, cheap clothes.
Because if I could go into like the Goodwill kids section and find something that fit, I would have the time of my life.
You could get some good crop tops.
That's true. That is true.
And then my last thing about Sam and her impression of her is every girl that wasn't her, she described as an animal.
Oh my God, yeah.
She was like, she's a gazelle.
Yeah.
She's a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
She's so broad and big.
Yeah.
And I'm so tiny, like, as if...
Yeah. I would be a skyscraper to this woman. Yeah. I would be a gazelle. Like I would be a giraffe.
Skyscraper.
I'm a skyscraper. I would be like a Zootopia animal.
You would be the gazelle from
Zootopia. She's Judy Hopps
Shakira.
and I am Shakira. Yes.
And me?
Yes.
Who am I? I'm just the...
And who am I?
I'm just the lion. ACAB.
Exactly. Period.
But anyway, that was my first impression of Sam.
I know my first thought about Sam being so tiny, and them saying it a million times in this book, like from the start to the finish. I was gonna make a rule: drink every time they mentioned Sam's height, and I would have been blackout after like 50 pages. So
my reaction also of Ian.
Yeah.
I have my impression, and then I have his lore that I'm obsessed with. I love Ian's lore.
Yeah, his lore is very interesting, and honestly, I would like just like a little autobiography of him. I would read him read it pre little redhead girl.
I guess we can dive into his lore first. So he's a science teacher, but before that, he invented something that soothes your tongue after you burn it. And SNL did a spoof on it, and he is supposed to be the nice guy, not so nice guy.
Yes.
Like, he's the not so nice guy, but he made something that soothes your tongue after you burn it.
And then SNL did a spoof on it.
And he's like...
But also, I would use that.
I would use that too. And
does it exist? My tongue many times. I don't know if it exists. We should look into that. Do you think SNL actually did a spoof on that?
Who would play Ian?
Who would play Ian?
Bowen.
Bowen as Ian would take me out. I'm trying to think. I would say, oh my God. Maybe not Mikey Day, but he would be funny. Who was the other one who played, who left?
Aristotle.
No.
The guy in the Megan movie. He would kind of
Aristotle as Ian. That changed my whole perspective. Right? I think it is. I actually have no idea.
He was in one season.
Ian would be played by Michael Longfellow.
Oh.
Because he's so long and big.
He would.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And the way she describes him makes me want to... Okay.
Yeah, she describes him as like a 6'7" god of sex.
My another impression of Ian that I just love so much.
Yeah.
He gets a boner whenever she wears an oversized West Wing shirt.
I wrote that down too. No, he gets a boner every 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds.
There is no blood in his brain. There's no blood left in his brain.
No.
Because he's always
wearing an oversized West Wing shirt. And he's like, you're supposed to tell me he's not so nice.
No, like he is bricked up.
He's bricked up for a West Wing.
90% of the book. It's so funny because I wrote that down too. I was like, this dude must have no blood left in his brain.
And then my favorite part, actually, this might be my favorite part of the whole book. I think I figured it out. Is when he said he wanted to make copies of her ass and hang them in his shower.
Oh,
like a fucking serial killer. Like a serial killer.
That is actually a not so nice guy.
Like,
if
I
someone
want to
did
make
that to
copies
me,
of her asshole. Okay, Lord.
if someone,
I'm just imagining like the Lord cover.
Yeah.
With her skeleton, like it's just her skeleton.
Yeah.
With a little poopy in it.
Yeah.
Do you know Lord, the white stuff in her album covers poop?
I could have assumed.
I was like,
Yeah.
I did like that she called his eyes the bluest flame.
And you know what pissed me off about that? Okay, so in this book, he is a chemistry teacher, and she says that he did an experiment with his kids where he like did like the flame tests.
Yeah.
And that she kept a jar of pennies on her desk because the flame for copper is like a vivid blue. And here's the thing, I looked it up because I wanted a reference to his blue ass eyes. That flame is green.
Oh.
That was my biggest pet peeve with the book.
Yeah.
And the thing I brought up and thought about the most in my notes was like when she was like, I'm not like, am I in love with him? Like, I just want to be his friend. I'm like, girl, you keep a jar of pennies on your desk because you're obsessed with him, and you like spy on him when he's changing.
He wants to have your ass
and he wants to have your
in
ass
his shower
Xeroxed.
so he can jerk off to your ass all night long.
He's a creep and she's a creep, and they're made for each other.
They're creeps.
Yeah.
Down to like.
Yeah.
And like the first 50 pages, it was like not that bad.
No.
Like there was like, okay, like they're a little.
Yeah.
They're a little toxic too, because they're like they ruin the chances with any other person.
Yes. Yeah. His thing when he like sabotaged the text from our boy Sergio from Tinder.
Oh, I did write that down. I wrote Sergio, and that's all I wrote.
Yeah, I wrote exactly the same thing.
I didn't remember what he did, but I just wrote his name.
I remember what he did, and I'll just say it now. He sent like a hey, what's up text, or I don't even know, and then Mr. That's a Nice Guy took the phone and said, ew, he looks like he waxes his eyebrows and he takes selfies. This guy's selfish in bed. Naturally, as a Sergio would be. As Sergio, a classic Sergio.
Classic Sergio.
Yeah, no wonder she's so horned up because she's dating guys like who wax their eyebrows and are selfish in bed.
2 feet tall, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
I was obsessed with that.
That was crazy.
She's like, all my exes are 2 feet tall, and then he would be like, she wants someone 2 feet tall. Like, are they fucking stupid?
I wanted to slap the both of them because it was like he's my best friend and he would never go for me, and here are 4 reasons why. And then you flip the page and it's his first perspective, and it was like, Sam's not in love with me and here are 4 reasons why, and then they bullet point the reasons why they would never be with each other.
And it's crazy.
And one was because for her he dates gazelles, hot models with sleek legs and pterodactyls, and then she dates short dudes.
Short little tiny.
So if you're
men.
a short king, you would have loved this girl.
Little tiny little men
who wax their eyebrows. Yeah, that was annoying to me.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Okay, yes.
But yeah, I guess we could walk through.
Yeah.
So they work at Oak Hill High School, and I was really geeked.
Yeah, because it was like Great Oak.
Because it was like Great Oak High School. Shout out our
We bleed red.
Alumni.
Yes,
Is
we
it
bleed
alumni?
red. Alumnus. Yeah.
Alumnus. Shout out. We
should
bleed
not
red.
be reading books.
Anyway,
yes.
I just felt very connected. I just imagined us being the students. And
I did too, in one specific scene that we will get to.
Okay.
I pictured us being students. Yeah, so they work at the school, and then basically everything kind of crumbles. They are best friends, and they're obsessed with each other. They basically like live in their pockets. Like he's always over at her house, and she's always over at his house.
And they're always trading snacks in the teacher's lounge.
Exactly, and they have their inside jokes, and they talk in code. And one of my funny notes was, "Do you think they're blinking Morse code at each other?"
And they are.
And they are, absolutely. And then basically what happens is there is this new character introduction, and she is a long-term sub, and her name is Ashley.
Ashley, the long-term sub.
And
They'll
Ashley
always do it to you.
Yes, and Ashley comes in, and she sits down at their table, And
that's a big no because they are very
they're
protective.
they're very mean girls.
They're very like, no one can sit with us.
Yeah.
And take our snacks.
Yeah. Especially her pudding. God forbid.
God forbid.
And so she sits down and Ian's, puttering around, not having yet sat down. And Ashley asks our girl Sam, hey, like, are you guys dating? And Sam says no. And then these 4 other bitches called the Freshman 4, who at first I thought were students, because who calls themselves the Freshman 4?
I thought they were students, and then the way they act is like 12-year-olds.
Yeah. No, they're insane.
Like, they need to be fired.
They're like 4 Karens.
4 Karens that act like they are 16.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. They're like a little... They're the supposed mean girls of this book.
Yeah, they're the mean girls. They're doing the most to try and get Ian.
Yeah. Once they figure out that Ian is single and on the market.
Yes.
So that's kind of our main issue, is that now all these teachers know that Ian and Sam are single. They're not dating each other.
And so everyone assumed they were. And so now the whole school is just so...
They're just so rock hard for these two bitches. They're like, it's not Ian anymore. Like, Ian passed on his bricked up state.
You would think
all
they'd
of
be
the
like
people
40-year-old married adults, but no, they're all horny.
They are all like...
For the 2 couple.
Yes. And I also wanted to point out a scene that was just like kind of funny to me when this was all happening, and Ashley was like, oh, Ian's single, like, let me hit on him, and he was just straight up ignoring her.
No, I loved it.
It was so it
was like crazy.
She was like, how, like, oh my god, you like blah 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 blah, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like, Sam, do you want my goldfish? Like,
no, yeah, I was just like,
I was like, damn, y'all are some bitches.
Yeah, they were bitches.
Yeah. So yes,
they're not so nice guys.
They're not so nice guys for non-sex reasons. For non-sexual reasons, they are not actually nice at all.
And then for sex reasons, they're very really buddy. Oh buddy, you're gooning all over yourself.
You need to
you're Benson booing everywhere.
They're moonbeaming all over the bed.
They are. Because we did read this during Pride Month. There's one gay scene.
Oh, and I loved it.
And it was 2
the book.
Song.
And the book there.
And the book there.
They should have ended the book there. Go
ahead.
ahead.
They were like talking about the PE teacher.
Yeah.
And I was like, Sam, be gay.
Yeah.
And that was the best part.
They were talking about the PE teacher because in our next little scene moment, kind of, there's like a Valentine's Day thing.
Yes.
And the school like, sends like flowers and teddy bears and shit. And it's
really like very similar to the plot of Mean Girls.
Yeah, like, this person just took Mean Girls and said, let me just switch it up a little bit. Different font. They Glenn Coco'd the situation.
They Glenn Coco'd the fuck out of each other.
But basically our nice, sexy, hot female PE teacher sent Sam a teddy bear or flower in a note that was asking her out.
Yeah.
And I literally wrote, end the book there.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear more about Ian.
I think that would fix her.
That would fix her.
That would fix her because she needs some fucking help.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's horny in a way that like a lesbian would take care of you. Well, she wasn't even a lesbian. I think she was bi, right? The PE teacher, because she was also hitting on Ian. Yeah,
no, she was also hitting on Ian with...
Yeah.
I just love the teacher. Like, hit on them both.
I know. Yeah. And I also liked Malcolm, the photography teacher, because he also was short as hell and, in quote, only came up to Ian's elbow.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was like 2 feet tall.
This honestly was discrimination towards short kings.
Yeah. Except, it really was discrimination on short kings because...
And then discriminated on tall girls.
Yeah. The Gazelles.
Tall girl?
Yeah.
She would hate that movie.
Done. She would
Sam
hate Tall
the
Girl.
movie Tall Girl.
Yeah. She would have been the little short boy standing on the...
Griffin Gluck.
Yeah. Sam is Griffin Gluck.
Sam is Griffin Gluck, and Ian is Dance Moms alumni Blondie.
She was on Dance. She was on Dance Moms. That's crazy. I keep forgetting. Yeah. So basically now everyone knows they're not together. And so everyone is like trying to get after them. And then that is what makes Ian realize, oh fuck, I need to make my move on Sam.
Yeah, no, that's when the switch happens, and then when the book becomes insane for
the book becomes like a speed run. I felt like I was doing coke.
I feel like I was doing coke and getting slapped in the face.
Yeah.
And it literally was like, it was honestly like Huda and Jeremiah Love Island week 1.
Yeah, it was just crazy. I don't think it was as toxic though. I mean, no.
The Valentine's Day thing is toxic.
The Valentine's Day thing is toxic. He was really toxic.
Because she got a ton of Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
And then he paid off the kid to not give her any.
I wanted to bring this one up because it made me laugh. And it's actually exactly about that. And the quote was like, okay, I'll just summarize. He grabs this kid by the shirt collar and yanks him over, like the choir kid who was just in charge, like trying to fundraise so they could go to, I don't know, Disneyland or where. I don't even know where they're trying to raise money to.
They're trying to just go on a little
trip.
band geek adventure.
So he like grabs the kid and is like, you know, being like, you know, I'll pay you however much money.
Yeah.
But I was just imagining, like, imagine being at our school and having your science teacher just yank you and like accost you. Like,
I feel like we have witnessed that with our middle school ASB teacher picking up a child and spinning him around.
Yeah, that was funny though. Who's that math teacher who you were like that? He's crazy.
I didn't like him.
Yeah, or you loved him and he was just kind of weird.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah. I'm just like picturing, like, imagine like someone like him like grabbing you by the shirt collar. I was picturing my biology teacher that all the girls were in love with.
Yeah, no, I was kind of picturing him too.
Yeah. And it would have been,
I'm gonna be very honest. I was picturing him. That was who the character was.
That was who I was trying to picture, but he's too sweet. He was just too sweet. Because Mr. Boffman, I'll name drop. I was trying not to, but I will name drop. You can bleep it out. I don't know. Mr. Boffman would never ignore a sub at the table, and B, he would not ever grab a kid by the shirt collar. He might bribe the kid though. He might bribe the kid to so he paid like $100 a bear to Sam. Like he was like, every bear that you intercept for me and flour, I will pay you $100 for.
And apparently he had so many bears that she thought he had a fetish with bears.
Yeah. It was vicious. Yeah.
She was like, what if he has a fetish?
Yeah. That wouldn't have stopped her.
That wouldn't have stopped her. She would have been into it.
The red flag, but not the Xeroxing her ass and putting it on his bathroom wall.
It makes me want to like remodel our bathroom and like Xerox our ass and like make a collage.
That would be insane. Hey, that would be crazy.
Hey, like a little art exhibit in our bathroom.
Yeah. Oh my God, here's a quote that I just piqued my eyes on. I was driving fast because I had my right leg straighter than usual to hide ... Well, she just looked good in that dress.
Yeah, that was on the way to
that was on the way to the party. That was very uneventful.
And I also thought that it was toxic of him that he was like, don't wear red lipstick because it's hot.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like, keep it in your pants, dude. Let her wear the red lipstick. Okay, so our Sam teacher is also a journalist teacher, and I liked that she was encouraging one of these girls in her class to write about something interesting, and the girl came back at her and was like, oh, I'm gonna write about your hidden relationship with this teacher. And she was like, we're not, like, she's like, you and this teacher are banging. And Sam is like, no, we're not, like, you're not gonna find anything there. And then she took this picture of Sam at the soccer game, like glaring daggers into the freshman four bitches. And it made it to the front page of the paper, and it was so funny.
And
I love that
like,
part.
isn't she in charge of the paper?
Yeah, and she's also in charge of the paper.
But somehow it was at the front page.
Yeah.
So she's neglecting the children.
So she is neglecting the children, yeah.
She was not watching them or their assignments at all.
Yes. No, she was not. I'm trying to think of the series of events. He dyes his hair.
Oh, yeah. So
because the team won and they needed like encouragement.
Team won and
he's like, if you guys win, I'll dye my hair blue.
And that's when they start getting very horned up for each
other. Yeah, because she kind of tips in her short little body, like tips into him, and then he's like,
no, I was reading it and I was trying to figure out like
how they were.
I was trying to picture it because it was like,
it was confusing.
I thought she tipped, but then it was like describing that like her hips were at his shoulders.
Yeah.
And I was like, so
her boobies were, but even like on the top of his head.
Yeah, no, it was just very like,
she did one of these like on his head.
But I was just like, you know. It just seemed unnecessary.
Yeah. But that was like the start of it all, where he was like, oh, she like is kind of into me too.
Yeah.
So it was only necessary in that like he kind of had like that proof of like, oh, I think she's horny for me too.
And then that was like, then he went absolutely diabolical ass. They go crazy.
Yeah. And then everyone's in love with his blue hair, which I was confused also because he didn't bleach his hair. So how blue was it really? I pictured it was like a shimmery blue. That's like that greasy kind of.
But I'm also like, he's probably blonde.
I didn't picture him blonde.
But like,
that's so.
She's like blue eyes, like.
Ew, he blue eyes, blonde hair. That just made him 10 times worse in my head. So just gross, now.
But like, that's who Sam would like.
That's
obviously
so
like
upsetting.
The way they're acting, like.
Yeah, he is a blonde. Oh
we're
my God.
obviously dealing with.
I could see it now.
For a moment, because I'm so Love Island obsessed at the moment, I kept thinking like he was Ian Sterling, or Ian from Love Island.
Oh my God, if he was Ian Sterling, I would have actually. If he maybe he's Ian Sterling in the audiobook. You just listen to the audiobook and it's like, here are 3 reasons why Sam doesn't love me tonight.
She likes shots
at the Valentine's Day dance.
Then we get to
the sex call.
Then we get to
because I think that's important.
Sex call.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote anything down about that, but it made me pissed off.
Yeah, the whole sex scene, phone sex scene.
Yeah,
it's just so weird and uncomfortable, and I hate it.
Yeah,
Can
you describe what happened?
He calls her and he's like really like set on that he's gonna make a move on her, but like through the phone.
Yeah.
And I just think that like if you're gonna make a move on your best friend of 3 years, doing it like that is insane.
And he calls her vibrator Little Ian.
Yeah. Well, she calls him Little Ian, right? And then he was like, "Why is it called Ian?" Oh,
is that what happened? I really blocked that scene out of my head.
I'm pretty sure she literally answered like that his name was Ian, and she was like that she was trying to joke, and then he was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Why is it called that, huh?
Yeah.
I could have read it wrong, but I thought she said it.
Was this also when is this also the scene when he was like, yeah, like I make girl I don't know how I'm gonna be able to say this. I make girls so wet they slide off the bed.
It's a slip and slide.
Yeah. He was like, and then she was like, you should tie them down, and he's like, I tie them down for other reasons. Was that this scene or was that earlier?
No, I really don't know.
It was either that or when they were talking about Sergio.
But like having them slide.
That was
just
so
imagining
funny.
like them like slipping like like all over the place.
Like they're like covered. It reminds me of the New Girl scene with Schmidt and the lube. They're just slipping and sliding off the bed, but it's not. Yeah, that was.
But it's just her.
It's just
the waterfall.
One of the gazelles he's with, just so wet that she's sliding off the bed. And then,
I just imagine him being annoyed, like trying to make out with her, and she's sliding off.
Oh fuck, she's on the floor.
Or like it's like a slip inside, and it's like they run like full force on the bed, and then like she slips.
But then they're like sliding on their crotch.
Yeah, this book is full of
And then I also liked, and I did think this was funny when she was like, they sound like they're probably dehydrated. You should get them. I hope you give them Gatorade after they leave.
Yeah.
And then like they do the phone call, and she's so wet she was sliding off the bed. And then the next day, Ian grabs her a Gatorade.
I also think it's wild that like maybe that's just my like perception of it, but like they're so horny that like him barely saying anything, he was like, I know you're touching yourself. And then she's like
exploding
guilty.
And gushing.
She's like guilty, like she is.
Yeah. You did nothing, sir. You know who would have done something? The PE teacher. You know who deserves the girl sliding off her bed?
The PE
teacher.
But it was just very strange, like how weak they are.
No, yeah.
Like I was like,
these girls from Ian, I wanted.
And like the beginning of the book sets it up for them to be like, so like we could never, and it's like,
and then it's immediate.
It takes nothing.
Fuck it. He just reached fuck it, which is crazy to me that that's what it took to reach fuck it was
dyeing his
hair.
Like
the threat of other teachers and then dyeing your hair and then seeing like horny in her eyes.
Like just being so like we could never.
Because you were dead set for 3 years that you guys could never, and now it takes. And it was nothing.
Like we don't want to ruin the friendship. There was no. They say stakes. There's no stakes.
Oh my god! Do you know how much I wrote like 5 paragraphs about how much that pissed me off? And I want to say the thing about Ian that the only thing about Ian that I appreciated was that he didn't fuck around with the friends with benefits. I don't like how he went about it. No. It pissed me off, but the way he was like, we are not, if we do this, it's not going to be casual, because I don't mind a friends with benefits trope. I don't mind a miscommunication trope, but good Lord, do they make me frustrated. Yeah. They really grind my gears, and like sometimes it's fine and whatever, but I think if this book had done that, oh Lord, you would have heard me screaming in my room. But yeah, so then they get to the Valentine's Day dance. She ends up dancing with one of her students who's in love with her, and then he dances,
which is crazy.
It was so funny.
It was a child.
Yeah,
a child.
I liked the lengths. A child. I liked the lengths this child went to dance with her, because he comes up to her, and his name's Nicholas. He's a dweeb. He's got braces. He comes up to her and he was like, "Sam, I want to dance with you." And then she was like, "I can't dance with you, kid. Like, you're one of my students. Principal's right there." And then he walks up to the principal and is like asking him if he could dance with Sam. The principal's like, "Yeah, sure, go dance with the short teacher." And then they dance together, and she is like trying to like go over to where Ian is standing and watching them dance, and then they're doing the classic like laugh, like I just said something funny,
like trying to make him jealous with a child,
with a
like
child,
jail.
A student. Jail.
You're
not short enough to get away with that.
Bring her to jail.
Yeah. And then he ends up doing the exact same thing to her to show her how crazy it was with one of the teacher bitches.
Yes.
And then they go into her classroom.
Yes, and
that's when
they get all horny.
That's when he was like, "I can't do casual with you." And then she was like, "There's so much at stake. We're best friends, and I can't lose you as my best friend." There's like, yeah. And then she says all of this, and then she kisses him. I wanted to just launch my Kindle across the room. Because what do you mean? She's the one saying all the stakes in her mind. And she's like, "We're best friends. Like, if I lost you, I would die." And then she was like, "Now let me kiss you," expecting nothing to change.
Yeah. Except the only thing I liked about that is because I was so annoyed about how much in control he was.
Yeah, I was too.
I was just like, "Girl, stand up."
Yeah.
The whole time, like, stand up. Like, this is embarrassing. Yeah. So, like, the fact that she got to kiss him first was the only redeeming thing, because everything else, I was like, thank God she kissed him first, because this is embarrassing.
Yeah, he had a lot of control in this entire book, and it really aggravated me. Like,
it was just like, thank God she got to do that herself, because he was like, even though he didn't want to keep it casual, he was still way too aggressive, way too fast.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
and then like the amount of times like he made it clear like Sam is scared of change in the book. Like he said that a few times, like
a lot,
to the point where like it also didn't really make sense for her character, because if they hadn't said that, this book was a lot of like tell and not showing.
Yes.
Because he said a lot of stuff about her character that I had not seen. So one of them being like she's scared of change.
Yeah.
And then this whole book happened, and I'm like, is she really though? No, I don't think so, because there's a lot of change going on.
Every 5 seconds.
Every 5 seconds.
Especially towards the end.
It was the phone sex. It was the Valentine's Day dance kiss. It was this next part.
Then the ending is insane.
And the ending is
which we'll get to.
Bonkers. And I also want to say this next part that we are about to talk about was what I tried to read in the 15 minutes I had while I was waiting for my grandma's chair yoga class to start.
Oh.
And I had to put it away because I could not read it. And I wasted some reading time because I was in a room full of old ladies.
And I'm just gonna assume what scene it is.
Yeah, you can assume. Go ahead.
Is it when she gives him a BJ
in the shower?
In the shower with her jeans on.
With her jeans on.
That's my favorite part.
But I bet the
shower, the water's running, the shower's running. She has her shoes on. Her shoes are getting wet. Her jeans are getting wet. But
she takes her top off. Oh.
I just keep thinking like, I can't. I just feel dirty.
Yeah,
but not in a good way. Like I just feel like I just don't need. Like I just feel like your dirty ass shoes are getting all in the water. Your jeans are getting soaking wet.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna give
Yeah, I want to clarify the scene we're talking about. So basically, after the Valentine's Day dance kiss, and she was like, I don't know if I want more than I just want to kiss and fuck you.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I got to date you forever and ever, excited. I just, yeah. She was like, well, I don't know if I can do that. And then he was just like, okay, well, like now I'm going to I need space. But I don't think he says that. I think he just avoids her at school.
He's just a bitch and
he's
doesn't
just an
talk
asshole.
to her
He
and,
is a not so nice
upset.
guy. Yeah.
He's just a not
He's just a not so
he's just
nice
a
guy.
not so nice guy. That was the first time where I was like, okay,
The
not
first
so
time
nice.
I was a not so nice guy for him was when she dropped like a Tupperware of muffins, and then he just stood there and watched her pick them up. I was like, hey, that's a dick move. Help the girl. She's tiny.
Yeah, she's tiny. She needs help.
She pulls up to his house. She barges into his house, barges into the shower, slams open the shower door. He's ass naked, showering,
he's naked as
and
fuck.
she is fully clothed, and she hops in there with him, and she says, why are you avoiding me?
And honestly, maybe we should all be a little bit more like Sam.
I could never be me. Unless it was the PE teacher.
Unless it's the PE teacher.
Yeah, it would work on me. Yeah, it would work on me. And then she was just like on her knees, like admiring his legs. And then it says,
leg girl. She's a leg girl.
For emphasis, she reaches around with both hands and grabs my butt cheeks. She squeezes my butt twice like she's honking a bicycle horn.
Imagine her just hang. You look down.
Yeah. She's like staring at your dick like it's ice cream, and she's honking your butt like a bicycle horn.
And he loves it.
And he's obsessed. And he's bricked the fuck up.
Bricked up, and then he goons on her jeans.
And then he goons on
her wet jeans.
Your cute jeans. He moonbeams
your wet jeans.
Ice cream all over her wet jeans.
Cute jeans.
Your cute jean. I also wanted to bring up, because I think this already happened in the book before this all, was the sex ed talk.
Oh, yes, they had this sex ed talk together. They were assigned to tell children about sex.
Mind you, high school seniors needed a refresher on sex ed, and they chose Ian and Sam to do the talk. And they did it because
they were the school was so horny they had to choose.
Yeah, the horniest too. And they were doing a slideshow about STDs, and some kid yelled out "icky,"
which would have sent us over.
And then Sam was like, "Yes, you student, neurosyphilis is icky," and I would have been the girl yelling "icky."
Icky.
Icky. Girl, who says that? That was funny as hell to me. There was a kid in the front row who wasn't supposed to be there, and he looked scarred and traumatized. And then they were like, oh shit, you're not supposed to be here. Get out. Your mom didn't sign the waiver. And that does come back.
So then after this whole little BJ moment.
Yeah, after the shower.
She gets a little comfortable with him again.
Right.
She gets a little excited.
Yeah.
And she goes to school. And then she's all gooned and geeked over him. And she goes to school. Gooned and geek is crazy. And she sends a naughty little whipped cream picture.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm gonna make dinner or whatever, and she's like, what about dessert? And then she sends a picture of her shooting whipped cream into her mouth.
Yes. And then she sends it to the whole school.
The school teacher email.
Yeah, the whole school. And apparently the PTA moms are CC'd on that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how that got out to the PTA moms. And then she crashes out at a yogurt. A frozen yogurt.
She crashes out bad and eats yogurt and then throws it all up.
Yeah. Yeah, she pounds a huge ass tub of yogurt with M&Ms. And then she sees something on the email, I think. Oh, she sees an email from the principal, I'm going to need you to come into you and Ian to come into the office tomorrow, the next day or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she runs into the bathroom and throws up, and this poor froyo worker thinks she's on horse tranquilizers. Yeah, and then Ian, from his perspective, the next chapter, chases after her.
Yeah, so she does a dramatic runaway.
I also love and I respect that he was like, I tried looking in all of her favorite places. The bakery where she her favorite cupcakes, the ice cream with her favorite ice cream, the other bakery with her favorite pies, and finally the froyo. I'm like, yeah, me too, girl.
And so what I loved is she goes to her childhood home.
Yeah.
And she dresses in her old high school band outfit,
it would work on Smash.
Very random, but she was just not okay. But my favorite thing that was that her childhood bedroom wall color that she chose was lime green.
Yeah, that makes sense for her so much.
So much. That's crazy.
That makes so much sense for her character. That was the only thing in this book that made sense for her character, was her bedroom wall were it was
lime green.
Yeah.
And it was,
yeah.
and she was wearing a band outfit.
Yeah. I mean, they have their moment and they talk about, I don't even know what they talk about.
I don't know. He's probably
just like, are you okay? And she's just
they're like a
no.
little horny. They break the chair.
Oh yeah, because she sits on it. But they don't do anything dirty. She's just sitting on his lap, and he's just so freakishly big.
So the chair breaks, and then he tucks her into bed at night.
They
go back to her actual apartment. They leave the parents' house, gives her a little good night.
Yeah.
And then
leaves.
What?
And then he leaves.
And then he leaves.
Yeah.
And apparently between him tucking her in and her going to bed, she makes hella pastries for this.
Oh.
Because where did she find this out?
Wait, I forgot. No, that's crazy now that you put it like that, because I remember reading that line. I'm like,
he tells her like, hey, like, look at the email chain.
Yeah.
There's an email chain. So Ian, she posts an embarrassing photo to the whole school. And then Ian posts an embarrassing photo of himself to try and like ease it. And then it's a chain reaction. Send it on and on. One sparks a fire. The whole school, which is for crazy, because I know these adults should not care, but apparently all these adults just care. They're all
just horned up for Ian, and if Ian's doing it, they're jumping on the bandwagon. If Ian is jumping off a cliff, they are all following.
Ian is Regina George.
Ian is Regina George. And Ian sent a dorky picture, so I sent a dorky picture.
Exactly.
Until it becomes crazy.
And so they all send little like bad photos of themselves. And so this actually might be my favorite part of the whole book.
Yeah, this was.
It's in this insane ass secretary of the school gets a little brave with her photo. And she sends a picture of her doing body shots at a bar.
Yep.
With her full nipple out and her tits are out. And she's like, oops, meant to send this to my AA.
That was so funny. I was reading that. I'm like, oh, she's just doing body shots. And then it was like, and then her nipple was out. I'm like, oh, her nipple was out. And then she's like, oops, sorry, I meant to send this to my AA sponsor. And I'm like, girl, you're not well. And I was also picturing like a cute old lady.
Yeah.
Just going crazy. Because like I was thinking about like a high school like admin.
It's just funny. It's like that. It just like was like, that was funny because it's like that one little person that takes it too far.
Yeah. I thought that was actually a bright spot in the book. That was really funny.
Then they get called to the principal's office, and that's when she's trying to woo the principal over. Yeah. And she gives him like 12 million pastries that she made between
an overflowing garbage bag of pastries. And how it was described.
And this principal is chowing down.
And I want to read a quote. It says, "We sit patiently as Principal Pewitt munches his way through a second lemon bar, gives an enthusiastic shoulder shimmying, wipes his hands, and leans back." But I just love the
and that's like, and then he was like, "Do you have milk?" And she was like, "I have milk," and he was like, 2%.
I don't even have the words.
And it's a beautiful little scene. And then that's when he brings up the PTA mom, and she's upset because it was it's not in school code for teachers to date. Yeah. And she thought it was inappropriate. Yeah. And her little boy saw them do sex education talk. Yeah. And so she thinks like this school is becoming too liberal and too sex.
I wanted to bring up though that this part of the book I actually truly believe pissed me off the most.
No, this is the worst part of the whole book.
Because it made me so angry and confused, because Principal Pruitt, our shoulder shimmying god,
Principal Pruitt,
he says, "You guys signed this contract and it says that you cannot date." They said, "Well, what about these two other teachers?" And then the principal was like, "Well, they're married, so it's not the same." And then I wonder what happens. What do you think happens?
Yeah, so what happens after they're married? They go to Sonic.
They go to Sonic
and they're like, what should we do in our little debacle? Because we want to be together,
And
but
she says that I'm going to kidnap Mrs. Doyle, the PTA mom, and chop her into little bits. And I was like, yeah, that works. I
that
would love
checks out because they should be a serial killer couple.
Yeah, if that book had turned that way, I would have given it 5 stars.
Me too.
Yeah.
It would have been an awesome.
It would have been a sick
little
ass book. I'm
serial
gonna
killer
write
couple.
fan fiction about that.
You should.
I'm gonna next
Wattpad.
video. I will read my not so nice guy fanfic where they actually kill the PTA mom.
Ian is like, let's get married.
But the way it was like, okay, so she's like spiraling and freaking out. They go to Sonic. He buys her a Sonic Blast. Respect. He just, goes back to the speaker and orders a thing of onion rings.
Part.
Yeah, he orders a thing of onion rings. And then what even happens?
Why do you think I ordered onion rings?
Yeah, and she was like, what are we gonna do? And he was like, we're gonna get married. And then she was like, what? And then he was like, why do you think I ordered the onion rings?
Yeah. And wow.
And what happens?
Stopping.
They get married.
What happens? They freak out and they drive.
They drive to get married.
And then they do the most insane thing after that.
Yeah.
They go to her parents' house.
Yeah.
Who are not supportive parents.
No.
And they are very traditional.
Yeah.
And they decide the first thing they're going to do is go to her parents' house.
Yeah.
And hang out with them.
Yeah. She was like supposed to eat dinner with them. And then she was just like, well, you can come with me and we'll just tell them.
And decides to tell them that day.
Yeah.
And the mom throws a fit.
I love that the mom, before they tell them that they're getting married, my favorite part of that scene was the mom throwing a fit because there was an extra guest and she didn't have enough steak. Yeah,
she's crazy. The dad's just lame.
The dad like sucked in this scene, and then they try to redeem him.
They try to redeem him, but they just rush the whole ending of the book. It makes no
sense. Yeah.
And they add this whole plot with her parents sucking at the very last second. Because did we know that? No. They tell the parents hate it. They're like, we don't care. They steal all the knives. They steal the platters. They steal the steaks, and they run in their car.
Yeah.
They're little rebel teenagers
that was also
that
kind
are getting
of funny
married.
as hell, because they're like, it was like, we're gonna leave. And then they're like, what about dinner? And then Sam was like, Ian, take your plate. So he just takes the
run.
Like, they just take the whole plate
robbers,
with
little criminals.
Little portion of steak on it. That there was a whole thing. And then they just left and they were driving with plates on their laps and steaks. Yeah. But the whole thing also was that they got their marriage license and then they had to wait 72 hours before they could actually get married. So otherwise they were like, Sam was really on the hype, on the adrenaline run. And she was like, I need to get married now. And then the dinner happened and that happened. And then Ian was like, I'm going to avoid you for 72 hours. And if you still want to get married, what's your dream wedding? What's your dream date? Sitting on the beach. What's your dream wedding?
What's your dream wedding? I do want to go back for a second to talk about his parents. And how
we didn't bring up his parents once.
His parents are like gooned and geeked for this Sam girl too, like as much as him, honestly.
And my favorite, I would say more.
Honestly,
the mom is insane.
Well, the butt pictures, I don't know.
Oh, okay, right.
But his mom.
I was going back to the butt pictures.
My favorite thing is his mom dropped and broke her phone just because he said he wanted to ask Sam on a date. I just remembered another part that I forgot to bring up.
Oh, was it? What part was it?
I wrote down like a lot of things where it was like, yeah, like not so nice guy, sure. Yeah, right. And this one was, he's so down bad that he drools at apples at the grocery store because it reminds him of her hair.
I want to die.
He saw an apple at the grocery store and is like gooning in the aisle because he's like, her hair's red like the apple.
He's just beating off in the aisle.
He's beating off in the Ralphs.
He sees an apple. He's bricked up.
He's at the Ralphs.
He's walking like he just got off a boat because he's just waddling around the grocery store.
He's jerking in the apples.
He's jerking on the apples. And then you've got probably like maybe like Principal Pruitt
clean
coming
up in
up
aisle
and be like, oh, what's on these apples? Because he's just a shoulder shimmying good time.
But anyway, I just had to add that. They finally, she's waiting 72 hours. She sees him at school. Yeah. They don't talk to each other.
No, it's like a separation the night before.
A little separation.
But then it's like they're not talking at all. So he doesn't know how she's feeling.
Yeah, it's like if show up at the night at the museum place and get married to me, or if you don't show up, It's all
I'll
a
have you
sham.
It's all a sham.
He hires a rabbi.
Last minute. They're not Jewish.
Yeah, hires a rabbi to do the wedding
Yeah.
at the little place.
The little like mirror star exhibit.
Honestly, I'm just thinking like the Discovery place.
Oh my god, that's my
Santa
dream
Ana.
wedding. It's the Discovery Cube.
That's where they're at.
Sponsor me, Discovery Cube.
And so then
Yeah.
he's there, he's nervous, the mom's on the phone, she's gooning on the phone for her, waiting for her to arrive.
We're gonna put like a little gooning
tally
in the corner.
So
You were talking about the mom gooning in the...
yeah, the mom goons.
Literally, you
the
guys.
mom goons all over the place for Miss Sammy girl, and she comes out in the light, and they're like, and then they're gooning over each other,
Yep.
and then they get married with
the rabbi.
The rabbi, but then the security guard sees them, and they're not allowed to have a marriage.
No, otherwise it's like $20,000 to get married in the museum.
Yeah, so it's either $20,000 or run. So the rabbi signs their paper, hands it to them.
Yep.
They put their rings on.
Yep.
And then they run for their lives from the guards.
Yep.
Like Night Museum. We're now back at the Night Museum. And then he drags her to this fancy hotel, apparently right across from the Discovery Cube.
Yep.
5-star hotel. Yep. And
he has a hotel reservation there without her knowing.
She has no idea that
he was like, welcome to your honeymoon.
Yeah, because they have not had sex yet.
They have not had sex yet.
They were like, if we're getting married, might as well wait 3 days.
Yeah.
So then he's like, oh my god, like, he's holding her, he's kissing her against the wall.
Yep.
They're trying to open the door, and then they bang the night away.
They're just fucking in
a hotel.
Yeah, they finally fuck, and it's fine. It's okay.
It's just boring.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's like he's not so nice guy. But I'm like, no, he's probably the nicest he's been to you when he's fucking you.
Yeah, they're moved in together. They're all gooning over each other every night, and he's reading her a book.
Yeah,
and then it skips a couple months. And they've been married for 6 months, and they're having dinner, and their families are over, and the mom's being a little bit better. Yeah. And then they make a little pregnancy joke, and then they run to CVS, and they grab a little pregnancy test, and boom. Yep. She's pregnant. She takes like 17 pregnancy tests.
For fun.
And she's pregnant, and now we cut to them having a kid, and they're all watching West Wing with their child.
Yeah.
That was a not so Mr. Nice Guy.
That was also Mr. Nice Guy, but actually kind of a nice guy, but also kind of a dick.
That was our first book
ever
that we've done, and it was rough.
That was our first book. That was the first book I've ever read.
But I feel like that book did choose us. We didn't choose it.
No. Yeah.
That day in Barnes & Noble, it chose us.
Yeah. It was the perfect book to do for this.
Cheers. 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 For our beers and books.
Cheers for our beers and books. Wow.
That book, I'm really happy it's over.
I was fist pumping when I finished.
Yeah.
That it was over. No hate, just not for me. No, I have no qualms with RS
Sam and Ian
piss me off, so that's
just
personal beef. But
keep your crown on, queen.
Yeah.
Because you're writing stuff.
Yeah, keep your head up, your tiara is slipping.
Yeah, don't let your tiara slip, queen. And
give it a read or don't. Next time we will be reading, we'll always have the summer. We'll always have summer.
Next episode, which will be on about like 2 weeks, we will always have summer, book 3.
Yeah.
Jeremiah. He will be with us actually next week.
Yes, he's joining us on the pod.
He will be joining us on the pod.
Yeah, he might be a little inebriated, but that's okay.
He might be a little
inebriated, but that's okay.
But he just has anxiety.
Yeah.
It's his anxiety pen.
He's nervous. He needs to calm down a little bit. It's gonna be okay.
But thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for holding with us.
Yeah.
Thanks for wanting to put our ass cheeks in your showers.
Yes, and shout out Alan Alda.
Not so nice guy.
We're like, he's actually kind of a decent dude.
He's a decent dude that...
Until you spill muffins on the floor, then he's gonna be a dick and just watch you pick them up.
Not so nice guy, Mr. Goon.
Not so nice guy, but kind of a creep.
Mr. Goon
kind of
guy.
agree. Mr. Goon guy.
Not so nice guy, more like Mr. Goon guy.
What do you-
Mr. Lock 'em Up guy.
Mr. Lock 'em Up guy.
So
Good night
anyway,
and goodbye.